Hello and good morning. If you didn't take that retest, make sure you do so by tonight because it will close and you're going to have to wait till week 9. We're actually in week 6-3 and today's date is 2/12/24. Okay, so give me a name, date, and period. Let's take a look here. Okay, so the trig functions you have sine, cosine, and tangent, which is so, ca, toa, and cosecant is 1 over the sine. Secant is 1 over the cosine, and cotangent is 1 over the tangent, and that's how you work those. So let's take a look at one. This is cosecant, which is this one, which is 1 over sine. So it's 1 over the sine of 21 degrees. So what you're going to do is take your calculator and work it out. It's not the inverse function. So it's going to be 1 divided by the sine of 21. And then you're going to press equals, and I get 2.78. Okay? On this one, secant is 1 over the cosine, so it's going to be 1 over the cosine of 0.5. So you take your calculator the same way. So you're going to take 1 divided by the cosine of 0.5. And when you do that, you get 1.0. Okay? All right, so let's take a look at these right here. So on this right here, you're standing at theta. And sine is opposite over hypotenuse, so that's 6 over 7. Cosecant is right here. Okay? Cosecant is going to be, instead of opposite over hypotenuse, it's going to be hypotenuse over opposite. Okay? So the hypotenuse is 7 and the opposite is 6. So it should be 7 over 6. Secant is right here, and instead of adjacent over hypotenuse, it's hypotenuse over adjacent. So the hypotenuse is 7, and the adjacent is the square root of 13. So it's going to be 7 over the square root of 13. And then finally, cotangent, instead of opposite over adjacent, it's going to be adjacent over opposite. You're going to flip those. So the adjacent is the square root of 13, and the opposite is 6, and then you're done. And that's how you do that. You can use your calculator to simplify it. Today's work is right here. If you get stuck, raise your hand. Make sure you draw diagrams. Remember, this weekend you do have a test. Test number 2. All right, let's talk about some college algebra here. All right, this one says to expand it. Remember, when you divide, you subtract. So it's going to be the log of base 10 of 2 to the 4th minus the log of 5. Okay? So you're subtracting here because it's division. And then move this 4 out in front. So I'm going to say 4 times the log base 10 of 2 minus log base 10 of 5. Remember, these are the common logs, and you don't have to write the 10, but it's understood to be there. This one right here, you're multiplying, so you add. But you got a 2 here. So this 2 is in the outside the parentheses, so it's going to be 2 times all of this. So it's going to be 2 times the log of A plus the log of B. I want you to check your answers today. Make sure you do that. Copy this one down right here. All right, so this is 10, and they tell you 2 and 5. So it's going to be the log base B of 2 times 5, because 2 times 5 is 10. And when you multiply, you add. So it's going to be the log base B of 2 plus the log base B of 5. So you add these 2 up, whatever that is. It looks like 1.17, but you can add it up on your own. Again, make sure you check your answers today, and here's today's work right here. So if you get stuck, look at the answer and try and figure it out. If you can't figure it out, raise your hand and then I'll help you. All right, that's it for today. Have a good morning.